Greg Glassman on that call, the 17 CrossFit affiliate, said, I'm not mourning for George Floyd. I don't think me or any of my staff are. That still sits very sourly in my heart. And the only person that had enough fortitude to resign was Nicole Carroll. So that means either A, these people that are still at HQ indeed felt that way, or they were too cowardly to stand up and say anything. So either way, not just Eric Rosa, the entire CrossFit HQ has to prove themselves to me. And it's going to take more than a nice little announcement and saying that sexism and everything has to change.
Yoga mat.
Cool. Yoga mat, balls. Awesome. Cool. What's up, guys? Happy Thursday. It's Broga time. You need a ball today, so grab a lacrosse ball, tennis ball, golf ball, something that is kind of hard. We're going to move around and also do some soft tissue work so y'all feel great. I'm going to take my shirt off because it's 1,000 degrees in here. Let's go. All right, guys. How you feeling today, Sarah?
You know, it's still a little broken.
A little broken. That's okay. That's what Thursdays are for.
That's fine.
Thursdays are to fix everything that ails you. What did you eat last night for your? We did a pretty aggressive workout yesterday.
We did. I didn't go crazy.
Yeah.
Although my sister sent me some banana bread.
Yeah.
So I dug into that.
Ate half of it. Half the loaf.
Not half, but a significant amount.
Quarter. We'll call it a quarter. All right, guys. So go ahead. Just go ahead and put your balls on the ground for right now. We're gonna come to those in a minute. We're just gonna move around for a couple of minutes, and then we're going to intermix our yoga flow with our soft tissue work. All right. So we're gonna start. Can you see the ball rolling? Stay right in place.
Stay.
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 That's a good dog. That's a good dog. All right, so we're gonna start with some brain yoga squats. We've done these before. The whole science behind it is we're sending signals through our ears, I guess activating neurons. I don't know. Scientists say that it works, so we're gonna do it. So give yourself a nice little ear hug here. So opposite fingers on opposite ears. Get those elbows up nice and high, and we're going to do a big inhale on the way down. And then exhale as we stand up. So while we're doing these, guys, just focusing on every piece of your body. You don't have to worry about doing these for time or for speed or for weight, right? We're just moving well. So really try to feel your feet, feel your hips, feel your quads, feel your hamstrings. If you want to hang out at the bottom of a squat, that's cool too. But just kind of move around here and just focus on moving well. You can use some muscles that you maybe don't know how to use when you're doing squats. Just by thinking a little bit. All right, everyone, let's get one more repetition. And stand up tall. All right, release those hands. Let's go ahead and interlock our fingers. Reach overhead. Give me a nice big back crack. So reach up and back behind you. And remember, guys, everything we do today, we want to breathe through the belly. Let's go ahead and lean to our right, your left. And other side. And straight up and back again. And from here, give me a big inhale. And we're going to exhale and reach for the toes. Release the fingers. Hold here for 3, 2, 1. And back up. Reach overhead. Crack that back. Inhale and back down to the feet. Try to get a little bit lower this time. And back up one more time. Big reach. Inhale and big exhale. Reach for the floor. Let's go ahead and interlock our hands and elbows. You're going to look directly behind you, right? So don't look at me. Head through the window, and we're just going side to side here. So you should feel a stretch. Every time that you go to one side, you should feel a stretch on the opposing hamstring. Remember, looking down and back behind you. You can also get a nice stretch of your lats if you really rotate that trunk. So just keep breathing, guys. And from here, let's get our palms down to the floor. Let's go ahead and kick those legs out nice and wide. All right, we're just gonna walk from side to side here. So walk to your left, our right. Reach for that foot. Hang out for a second. Then walk back to the other side. So we're gonna hang out here for about 30 seconds. Do your own thing, walking back and forth. But the goal here is just to get a nice stretch of the back of your legs and a little bit of those inner thighs. guys, go ahead and make yourself symmetrical. So go ahead and hit that other leg if you have not done so already. Then let's drop right into some Cossack squats. So find your heels, hang out for a hot second, then go ahead and shift over to the other side, using your arms to balance as needed. Remember guys, for these, we have to stay in our heels. So if you find yourself coming up, use your hands to help you out. But we need both heels on the ground at all times during this movement. We don't squat on our toes, so we should not do Cossack squats on our toes either. We'll take 3 to 5 seconds per side. We're just hanging out here, getting a nice deep stretch. All right, guys, go ahead and make yourself symmetrical. Back to center, and then we're gonna kick those legs out nice and wide as they will in fact go. Then we're gonna just sit our butts down to the end of our mat. Oh. All right, guys, this one is Sarah's favorite stretch. So what we're gonna do here, keep your butt on the edge of your mat, palms on the ground behind you. We're going to slide forward and try to keep tension on the ground with our feet. So kind of anchor them down. If you happen to have some tiles, maybe use those to help you out. All right, and then once we found our position here, we're just going to breathe for 1 minute, and we're just gonna try to walk ourselves further down the mat, all right? We've been doing this for the last few weeks, so kind of take a mental snapshot of where you are currently in terms of how far you can reach. And with every inhale and exhale, we're gonna try to get a little bit deeper, all right? 3, 2, 1, and let's go. So just breathe, guys. In through the nose, out the mouth, walking your fingers forward a half an inch or so every breath. Try to let your neck relax, let your neck naturally hang towards the ground. Shoulders should be engaged, but we shouldn't be stressing our shoulders here. Slowly walk those fingers forward. Remember guys, breathe through that belly. If you breathe through your chest, you'll find it very hard to breathe, especially in this position. So always, always, always through the belly. No chest compression. Guys, keep breathing nice and deep. We'll be here for another few seconds. Keep walking those fingers forward, breathing through the belly. Everyone give me one more deep breath. Take a look at your fingers. It's PR for the week there, hopefully. Go ahead and walk yourself back to center. Maybe grab the back of your knees. Oh, let those hips, hello. All right. 29-year-old hips, they're cracking today. All right, so let's walk ourselves to the front of our mat. Now we're gonna do some soft tissue work. I'm gonna go ahead and lower the camera down a little bit to see what we're doing. Angela, you can see us, right? Cool, all right. Beautiful. All right, friends, so we're gonna take care of our bodies. We've done a lot of things to ourselves this week, so we're gonna try to reverse a little bit of it. All right, guys, so to start off, we're gonna take care of the booty. Lots and lots of stuff yesterday and every day, pretty much. We're always using our butt. So for these, you're gonna take your ball, wherever it might be, and let's do it on my right, your left to start so that we're on the same page. All right, so you're gonna take this guy, you're gonna put it underneath your left glute, our right glute, and then from here, your right foot is going to be your anchor foot, all right? That's gonna give you stability when we're moving around. From here, I'm gonna kick my right, your left leg out to the side, right? And from here, we're just gonna do some little circles. So right now, our body weight is on the ball, and we're circling around. You probably feel some things. It might kind of feel like you're chasing a knot. Yeah, right? So what I want you to do here, we're just being explorers, we're looking for things that don't feel great. It probably doesn't feel great everywhere, but there has to be one area where it feels the most bad. Once you have physically found that area, we're gonna stay here and we're gonna do some butterflies, all right? So you're going to bring that leg up towards your opposite knee, then slowly bring it back down. We're gonna call these butterflies. So bring that leg up and exhale as you bring it down. Oh, it hurts so good. Just breathe, guys. Once again, this should be a little bit nasty. A little bit of nastiness during Broga means you can walk up and down stairs, sit down on the toilet without pain tomorrow. Let's do one more. All right, from here, keep that right foot on the ground. We're going to extend the left leg, and now we're gonna go back and across the body. So for these, I'm going to reach up and behind me. Oh, you should feel this in your hip as well as in your lower back and your glute. The further you can get, you might feel some more snap, crackles, and pops in that hip. Oh, hello. So just take your time on these. Do what feels not great. You should kind of just feel things releasing. Oh my goodness. Even if it doesn't feel so good, just try to breathe. Think happy thoughts, puppy dogs, ice cream, all those things. Yeah. All right, guys, go ahead and relax. All right, free your left glute. Now we're gonna go to your right glute, our left. All right, guys, same deal here. So once again, we're searching. Your left foot is now your anchor foot, your right leg is dangling to the side, and we are just exploring for bad. Yeah, Sarah found it. There it is. There it is.
One of these things.
Unstoppable Smokey.
It's not like the other.
Yeah, yeah. All right, so Sarah found hers. I have found mine. Okay, so same thing. We'll start with our little butterflies here. So drive that knee up. Oh, hello. And then push it on back down. Feel the feels here, guys. Just breathe. Palms on the ground, fingers facing away from you for nice support here. Yeah, guys, and if you find that one of your sides is worse than the other, maybe do a few extra reps on that side, right? All right, now we're gonna go into our bend and extends here. So you know what to do. Bend that leg back. Oh, hello, across the body. Feel that hip cracking, and then extend it back. And just breathe. Oh, you may let your foot relax in front. You don't have to hold it under tension the entire time. Ooh. Once again, if you find this really nasty, you can hang out here for a little bit. You can hang out back here for a little bit if you want to. You can even move around a little bit while you're back here. Oh, hello. Just make it your own, guys. Give me one more. We spent a little more time on this side, so I think we need it. And go ahead and relax. All right, guys, go ahead and free yourself from your ball for a hot second. Let's go ahead and get into tabletop position here. All right, we're gonna go and hit our forearms quickly. We know how to do this one, no ball required. This one's gonna be manual, just using your knee. So we're gonna use my left arm, your right arm, and my right knee, your left knee. So we're going to start just below the elbow. And we're gonna work your way down towards the wrist. Remember, for these, you can clench and unclench that fist on the ground to get a little bit deeper in that stretch. The leg doesn't slide down as quickly when not covered in sweat. But it's nice to not be covered in sweat also. Yeah, it's a nice little break. Guys, relax. Let's hit the other side. Same thing. Opposite knee, opposite elbow. Clenching and unclenching that bottom fist. Slowly working our way down towards the wrist. Always breathing through the belly. Guys, go ahead and free yourselves. Let's go back to our ball. Now we're going to take care of our hands, a little thing that we don't necessarily do a whole lot of in our sport, but we use our hands every day for literally everything, typing, texting, and also gripping everything. So we're going to take your ball, we're going to put it right in the middle of your palm here. We're going to go to the ground. We're just going to do some little circles, all right? So I'll show you guys at home. What we're focusing on is this part of your palm right here. So the ball's going inside and we're just kind of moving back and forth, trying to release all of that grippiness, right? Humans have that opposable thumb, so we got to take care of it. All right, let's do it. Let's go in little circles here. We'll go slow. Nice big circles. You might find you want to hang out in a position for a little bit of time, just kind of go up and back. Whenever you're doing soft tissue, always assume that you're an explorer, so you're just looking for where it doesn't feel so good. There's not necessarily a right or wrong amount of time or repetitions to do. It's find an area that feels kind of bad and just try to work your way through it. And always breathing through that belly. And also guys, switch your direction, right? Don't just go in the right, don't just go to the left. Do a couple in one direction, a couple in the other direction. Try to attack it from all angles. All right, relax. Let's go to the other hand. Same thing. Get in there. As you get more confidence, or as it feels less terrible, you can start to put a little bit more weight onto that shoulder. So just kind of shift your hips forward. Get your shoulders really on top of it if you want to apply some extra pressure down onto your palms. All right, guys, go ahead and relax. Let's put the ball down for a second. Let's go ahead and sit onto our ankles for a second here. Let's go ahead you can go into some little wrist circles. So shoulders down and back, palms facing up, and we're just going to rotate the wrists to the outside. Feel free to close your eyes. And once again, just breathe through the belly. And let's go in the other direction. And back to the original direction one more time. Just give me 5 reps here. And 5 more in the opposite. All right, guys, from here, let's go ahead and get palms on the ground, fingers facing towards you. And what we're gonna do here is nice and easy to sit on back, keeping the palms on the ground. Feel a nice stretch through the front of your forearm here. Once you feel your palms start to come off the ground, hold here for a second. Take a few deep breaths. And let's go ahead and back off. So take the pressure off. And then in 3, 2, 1, we'll go back down, sit into it. Try to get a little bit deeper this time. Keeping those forearms, or those palms on the ground. Getting a nice stretch of your forearms. Release that pressure again. Come back up. 3, 2, 1. Back into it. Get nice and deep here, guys. Feel those forearms stretching, elongating, loosening. All the tension from work and exercise releasing from those forearms. And relax. Go ahead and free yourself here. Might feel a little bit weird for a second, so let's go back into our kneeling position and let's do a couple more circles to the outside. Loosen up those wrists and switch directions. And go ahead and relax. All right, guys, next up, we're gonna take care of the front of our legs. So once again, we're gonna return to our lacrosse ball and we're gonna take care of our quads. So for these, our quads, we have 3 different muscles in our quads, right? So we have, well, actually technically 4, but we have inside, middle, and outside for an oversimplification. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start just above our knee on the inside, and we're gonna do some stuff. Then we're gonna move the ball to the middle. Then we're gonna do some stuff. Then we're gonna move the ball to the outside and do some stuff just above the knee. Then we're gonna go to the middle of the thigh, follow the same thing. So 1, 2, 3, then to the top, 1, 2, 3. Make sense? All right, so let's start in position number 1. That's the inside of your knee, just above your knee, okay? You're gonna put the ball right on top and we're gonna lay down on top. All right, so everyone, the ball should be just above your knee on your quad. It should not feel good. Yeah, there you go. All right, so from here, we're going to relax and we're just going to bend that leg towards your butt and then extend it back to the ground. So we're just doing some curls with our legs here. Some hamstring curls. And oh, this feels great. And loosening up the quad. This probably doesn't feel good for most of you. Sarah's being very quiet, which means she's in her own world.
She's crying on the inside.
Crying on the inside.
Just scream during growth.
Yeah. Deep breathing, guys. I know this hurts, but any of you guys that have knee pain, this probably 9 times out of 10 is probably the culprit. This inner thigh just above the knee. Whenever this muscle is very tight, it just pulls on your knee. So if you ever feel bad, do this. All right, now we're gonna move to position number 2. So the middle of your thigh, still above the knee. Just shift it over a little bit. Same sequence here, bend and extend that back leg. And we're just breathing here. This one probably feels less bad, right? Yeah, there we go.
Great.
Yep. So Sarah's very inner quad dominant, which is probably why it hurts very bad. But I think all of us use that piece of our quad for pretty much everything we do. Walking, up and down stairs, running, jumping. So that's your go-to area if anything ever feels bad in your knee. All right, guys, and let's go ahead and hit the position number 3. So for this one, you might want to bring this leg up to give yourself some leverage and then shift your weight over to the side. You should be on the outer thigh, just above your knee. This one probably hurts also. Maybe a little bit less than the inner thigh, but probably a little bit more than the middle. Oh, yeah. So once again, just breathe, guys. Exhale as you bring that foot up. Yeah. Inhale as you. Give me one more. And relax. All right, take a second, free yourself from the ball. We're gonna do the same sequence, but on the other leg. I'm just gonna move the camera a little bit so I get a little bit of a better angle for the folks at home.
My tears.
All right, guys, same thing. So let's go and find that other leg. So we started on our right, your left. So let's go to your left, or your right, our left. All right, guys, you know what to do. Starting in position number 1, that is just above the knee on the inside, and then we're just gonna bend, oh, hello, and extend that leg. That's it, guys. Just breathe here. Think happy thoughts. You might find that one leg is better or worse than the other. How's this one for you?
They're both bad.
Both terrible. All right, cool. At least you're symmetrical. That's good.
Quads are symmetrical.
Yeah. All right, guys, let's go to position number 2. Middle of that thigh, just above the knee. Same thing, bending and extending. This is the probably least painful of the 3, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah. Largely fine. This one will probably get more painful as we get closer to our
as you
hip.
go up.
Yeah. Yeah. The meat.
I would argue that this is the worst part, in my experience.
All right.
Is closest to the knee.
That's fine. Yeah. Yes, I agree. I agree.
But there will
There will be other.
uncomfortable
There will be other
things.
uncomfortable things, but yeah, just above the knee on the inside, I think, is the worst.
I still want to give the people at home some hope.
Yes, it will get better, I promise. All right, guys, next up, let's go to the outer thigh. Once again, cranking this leg up if you need to, and then bending and extending. This feels better than the other side, so that's good. Oh, yeah. And once again, feel free to let your neck relax on the floor. You don't have to look up at us unless you want to. Yeah. Yeah. All right, everyone, give me one more rep here. All right, go ahead and free yourself. Hello. All right, come on up. We just got kicked off the Zoom. All right.
Oh, no.
It'll put us
We'll
back
be
on.
We'll be back. There we go.
Are we muted or are we not muted? Angela, can you hear us? Maybe.
Sure.
All right. All right, guys. So next up, we're gonna go a little bit higher up that thigh. All right. So we hit the bottom. Now we're gonna go just to the middle of our thigh here. So once again, we were here. Now we're gonna work our way right around here, starting at that same sequence on that inner thigh. Cool. Let's do it. This one's gonna feel great. Hello. All right. Oh yeah. There's some meat. All right. Here we go. Here we go. It hurts. Not as terribly, but it still hurts. Still tender. Whew. Whew. So guys, once again, breathe. Feel free to let your neck relax on the floor. You guys know what to do by now. We'll tell you when to switch positions. Yeah. All right, guys, let's shift over to the middle of your thigh. This one might be a little bit spicy. It's not terrible, not terrible. Actually okay. Largely okay. Largely okay. That's good. Yeah, whenever you guys are doing this, if you happen to do this on your own outside of Broga, you always want to think like 5 to 10 reps. If something feels relatively good, you can just get it done in 5. If it feels bad, maybe spend 10 or more reps there. All right, let's go ahead and hit the outer thigh. So once again, use that opposing leg to give you some leverage if you need to. Oh, hello. This one's a little bit uncomfortable.
Oh.
Calm. Happy thoughts. Just breathe, guys. You need to relax for a second. Remember, you can also take a little bit of weight off of yourself if you need to. You kind of press into the ground with your hand. Use that knee to give you a little bit of less leverage if you need to. Ooh. And let's go ahead and relax. Okay. Let's take a minute. Reposition yourself. We'll do the same sequence on that other leg as the jackhammer starts nice and early. All right. It's beautiful yoga ambiance. Jackhammers in the background. All right, guys, you know what to do. Middle of the thigh just above, or middle of your thigh on the inner thigh. Oh, here we go. Let it ride here, guys. Just breathe. Ooh, put my hands, or my head in my hands, take a little pre-K nap time here. All right, let's go to the middle of your thigh, same thing. Bend and extend. I think they should reinstitute nap time for life. Everyone.
Siestas. One and all.
Yep. Between the hours of noon and 2, do nothing. Ooh. Maybe 1 and 2, so you can do your power lunch.
Right.
Yep. All right, guys, and let's go to the outside. This is where you might have a little bit of trouble if you're me. All right, once again, using this leg for a little bit of leverage, using this hand to come off the ground if we need to take some of the weight off. Okay. Okay, guys, you got this. Breathe. Take your time. You don't have to do these fast and unbroken. Oh, take your time. 1 rep at a time. Just breathe, guys. Almost there, guys. I'm gonna do 2 more on this side. And relax. All right. Free yourself. Okay. I'm gonna sit here for a second. Gather my soul. That's left my legs. All right, guys. So now we're gonna go up to the very, very tippity top, almost to our hip crease. Okay. So for these, we are not quite at the hip bone, kind of just below, right in this little pocket here. Same thing. We go in, middle, out. All right. 3, 2, 1. Get up in there. So for these ones, bending, you might not feel too much, so you might have to kind of search for weird stuff. kind of find it. Extend, bend, and extend. This one probably feels the least bad of all of them. So we'll go through it quickly. Let's go through the middle thigh, position number 2. Might feel this one a little bit more, but once again, still not as nearly bad as closer towards the knee. And shift to the outside. There she is. Oh yeah. There we go. That's that hip crease. Yeah, this is probably where the nastiness is going to be, if you're going to have any nastiness at all. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Jeez us.
Jeez US. All right, guys. Go ahead and relax, guys. Let's hit the other sides. It's called bro, but you can do whatever you want to. There aren't typical rules. There are jackhammers in the background. If you have to swear, it's okay. All right, guys. That inner thigh. Oh, hello. Just below that hip crease. Oh, yeah. This one you probably feel more as you put your foot down towards the floor versus when you bend it towards your butt. Sit that middle. Position number 2. Ooh. Easy there, and let's hit that outer thigh. This one's gonna be where the hot sauce is. Oh, hello. So once again, notice, bring that leg up on the opposite side. Give yourself some leverage here. Just kind of move those hips side to side. Find that nasty, and then bend and extend. You got it, guys. Doing great. And go ahead and relax that. All right, let's go ahead and free ourselves from the ball. We've got a few minutes left, so let's finish nicely. All right, let's everyone. Let's go ahead and sit down. Let's go into Lotus. See how much better I've gotten at this. All right, so try to get as close as you can to this position. Oh man, look at that! Almost got my one knee to the floor.
Almost got your Lotus on.
There we go. Getting there, guys. Getting there. All it takes is doing this stuff. It's a secret to mobility, putting yourself into an uncomfortable position and just staying there a little bit longer than you want to. So once again, guys, for these, my hands behind me here, I'm pressing into it to get my hips a little bit deeper into that stretch and really actively trying to press my knees down. If this happens to be painful for you, just be patient, guys. Anyone who's been watching along week 1, my knee was like way up here, right? So over time, we can all improve our mobility, which will decrease our chance for injury and will also allow us to lift heavier weights. So, plus it's cool to be mobile. And let's switch, other foot on top. One of these sides may not be like the other. Yeah, this one's a little bit harder for me, so I gotta work on that. Whew. That's pretty good. Sarah's got both feet nestled in there. I just got the one, but that's okay. We'll get there slowly but surely. Once again, just breathe, guys. And go ahead and relax. All right, up on your feet quickly. Can't let you guys escape without a little bit of balance work. So, we gotta do our favorite here. Half Sailor Moon. So let's go to our right, your left. You know what to do. Reach for the floor, keep that leg up in the air, and hold here. Hopefully this will be the picture that YouTube chooses for our algorithm today.
I hope it's us making pain faces.
Crying on the floor. And switch, other side.
That would be an accurate
Yeah, much more accurate, because we only did this for like 20 seconds out of the whole 30 minutes. This is not an accurate representation of what we have done today. Alright guys, and relax. Alright guys, let's finish it off. Let's go down to the bottom of the squat. Find those heels. Right hand down, left hand up. Or vice versa for you at home. And switch, really reach, shrug that shoulder up, and reach. And one more time, reach. Both hands up, 3, 2, 1. Stand it up. All right. Awesome job, everyone. Hopefully you guys feel a little bit better than you did when you woke up this morning. I do. My favorite class of the week. Bye, guys. Bye, Angela. Class of 1 on the rooftop.
Woo!
Looking good. Awesome job. See you soon. Bye, Dad.